Hey guys, TSW here. This is my AoE tank guide. You can see here that I've just joined a random Forge of Souls dungeon. The first pack of ads I charge in, use a Thunderclap and go in for a Shockwave. You want to use Berserker Rage if you have doubts about rage diving yourself. Spam Cleave so you know you're attacking both targets. Keep shield slamming and then tab to the other mob and then use your revenge, just so you're using your good strong threat abilities, spreading them out between the targets, making sure you've got threat of both of them. This is better than doing your single target rotation on one mob, then tabbing and then doing the single target rotation to the other, because if a DPSer is attacking one that you're not tanking, yeah, you're not going to be tanking it for long, the hunter is, or he's going to be feigning or dying or whatever. You can see here, second pull, charge in, thunderclap, spin it around. Berserker Rage and shield block on cooldown, so I'm just there, thunderclapping, cleaving, swapping targets, making sure I've got enough threat. When things like thunderclap and shockwave are on cooldown, you're going to have to be tabbing to just check you've got enough threat, because you can't rely on your thunderclap and shockwave getting you that initial threat. Generally, DPS won't start AoEing straight away, but as most tanks know, you do get those occasions. So yeah, I was trying to kite these guys because I thought there'd be more mobs. I don't really run this instance that often, so I'm just backpedaling, jumping, and if I want to travel quicker, you do this. You actually run forward whilst facing the mobs, so you can still block, dodge and all that. Use your thunderclap as soon as it's off cooldown. Use your shockwave, cleave all the time. Use shield slam because I've got good for blocking, which increases my block by 10%, which is always really good. As well as shield block, which increases it by 100%, which is really good for just mitigating all this damage you'll be taking. Got to keep using shockwave and thunderclap. Keep tabbing to make sure you know you've got enough threat on the target. Then use your shield slam and revenge. Just go through to make sure you've got enough threat. Also concussion blow, because that does a lot of threat as well. Here we are just after the second boss, and this is going to be how to tank spellcasters. I do mark one just because it's a bit easier, although I'm not sure anyone even listens to the marking. Charge in, go for thunderclap. I do have minor glyph thunderclap, so my radius of my thunderclap is increased. Shield splash caster, get them in. I think there's one more caster, not quite in the group, but I can like stand in the middle and get my thunderclaps and go to the edge and use my shockwave to at least hit more with those, even if my if I'm not blocking any of their attacks and my cleaves aren't attacking. Right here, I can see they all pull. I know they've all pulled. I wait, then use challenging shout, so I know I can taunt all of them at once instead of just half of them when they first came. If I saw that they had all pulled, then challenging shout, I would have not got all of them. I might have missed two, and I can't really taunt two of them at once. I do pop shield wall as soon as I see the multiple ads coming. I do use thunderclap every cooldown. I do use shockwave every cooldown because shockwave stuns as well as a threat. It means that I'm taking less damage, and it gives the healer extra time to heal me. I'm trying to shield slam as much as possible and bring the casters into the pack, so I can, you know, just stand here and do my cleaves and whatever, and thunderclaps and hit them all. Just make sure they're all on you, at least if they're not on you in melee range. So charge this guy. I should have gone for the shield bash. I'm not quite sure why I didn't on this clip, but it means that I can, you know, just run around and basically just make sure they're all attacking you. That's the main priority, and then the second thing on your list is to get them all in melee range, just so you can get your threat build on them a lot quicker. And also, if they're all in one group, it means when people are AoEing, you don't have one that's still full HP at the end of everything else dying. This next bit will be tanking a bit more clearly with casters, as on these pulls there were two casters, and then on the next pull I think my shield bash gets misses or something, so I can explain what it's like if there were three. So you can see me charge in, I will shield bash that guy eventually, then I'll run to the second caster. So the first caster is silenced because I do have 2 out of 2 in gang order. Then then just go through my normal AoE rotation. You can see all the DPS are just, you know, AoE in one area, although I think it wouldn't have really made any difference if they were at range, but it would for my threat, because I wouldn't be building as much threat. Also here, just when you see the ice things come around, you just move out of them. Yeah, and when you do have to move, the spellcasters obviously stay still, so you can just rinse and repeat, charge, shield, bash, and then run back. Keep using your thunderclap, as it will reduce the speed of which they're attacking, which is always nice when you've got spellcasters and whatever. So yeah, charge here. I shield bash this guy, misses, as you can see, and then treat this as if I'd shield bashed him and there were two casters. So the first caster would be in here, call him the second caster, he is still at range. So I need to spell flex, I need to charge, and then shield bash when shield bash is off cooldown. So I can bring them all in one group. So you can see that all on me. I can use my cleaves, my thunderclaps, and my shockwaves attacking all the targets. I can tab through just to make sure I've got enough threat. You can see on Omen I've got loads of threat on all these mobs. Vigilance also helps a lot if you put it on someone who's going to be high, threat DPS. Alternatively, if you're doing single target, you can obviously put on a single target DPS. But if you've got the choice between Hunter and I don't know what's a good example, a Warlock versus a Shaman, put it on the Warlock or something. I'm trying to think of a class that isn't really good AoE. Yeah, here we can see a bit of kiting, and just, you know, use of all my cooldowns while it's pulling. So I charge in, go for a thunderclap, see this guy run, wait for him to run away, use taunt, shield bash that guy. Then I go for a thunderclap because the guy taunted only at this point has a thunderclap on him. I know this because you need to so the minimum threat on someone I've got now is 2 thunderclaps. Okay, that should be enough for like medium AoE at this point. So I need to just cleave round, thunderclap. I don't exactly know which target that was that I taunted at the beginning that's only got 2 thunderclaps, but that's my minimum threat at that point. Okay, so you can use that as a baseline just to make sure you're getting your shockwaves and thunderclaps off, because there will be targets that you don't ever tab round to shield slam, or they don't ever get a cleave on them. You want to make sure that you're using your thunderclap and a shockwave at every cooldown, and even more so if you're likely to miss with either move. You see me here just charging. You can intervene as well. Don't be afraid to intercept that you can also use in defensive stance, and quite a few tanks just seem to charge and only use charge. So yeah, one thing I will mention when pulling mobs like this, you take more damage pulling them to this location or whatever location you're going to. You take more damage on the pull than you do now when I've got them all in front of me, because I'm using all my avoidances, they're all in front of me, dodge, block and parry in almost every move. You can see here the red numbers underneath or by the sides of my character and target unit frames. Yeah, shield block here is really nice because it means I've got 100% block and I'm taking hardly any damage. And when you get confident with this kind of tanking, you can do things like this. This is a Utgard Keep Pug, 5-man. I'm basically charging or intercepting each group using a thunderclap as soon as I get on them, and running around the centre, fiery forge place thing. Yeah, using thunderclap as it comes off cooldown as I pull each pack, using a shockwave, and I've got them all like on me. I think it misses that guy or something, or those two guys. And then the aim of the game was to catch up with the rest of my group. And you can see here I do, and the shaman it doesn't know what's going on, bless. He finally notices, and then we kill all these ads. It's just something you can do, play around. You can have some real fun in 5-mans, pull in multiple mobs. That's how I get through 5-mans anyway. I've always got to jazz it up a bit, and even if we have a bad healer or no healer, you can still keep pulling. Cheers for watching. I've been TSW. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and can I please ask for an honest rating down at the bottom? It only takes a second. Cheers for watching, and bye.